And one of the area churches is getting ready to celebrate a very significant anniversary. It's the Yorkville Community Church, and it is looking at its 175th anniversary. And of course, they're going to celebrate. Joining us as a special guest to tell us a little bit more about the church and the upcoming celebration. I want to welcome Ron Harris to the studio this morning. How are you this morning?
I'm very good, Ken. Thank you for having us or having me today. I'm a little nervous, but
That's okay.
it's good to be here.
Yorkville Community Church, you're a member of this church?
Yes, I am. I've been a member for 40 years.
40 years, not quite 175, but
I'm on the older side now. I'm one of the pillars of the church. Used to be the youngin' person of the church. But
things have changed on that. So this is in the Richland, Gull Lake, Hickory Corners area then?
That's correct. It's on that small corner of East DE Avenue and 37th Street.
175 years. Has the building changed much over that period of time?
No, not really.
Wow.
There's a little alteration that maybe took place with the front altar of the church, but a lot of there's been an addition of a fellowship hall and things like that because of growth and so forth. But no, it's still that quaint little country church on the corner of East D and 37th Street.
And you still have an active congregation?
Yes, we do. We currently have. We're more on the older side of people. We, young families has always been a struggle for Yorkville. I don't want to get into the politics, but it's a wonderful place. Warm hearts, loving people.
And you're an interdenominational church.
That is correct. An
So
interdenominational
church.
Christian-based church. That is correct.
Yorkville Community Church, we're talking about, getting ready to celebrate 175 years. And, of course you want to celebrate something like this. And how's that going to take place, Ron?
We are going to be having a celebration week, which begins next week. We'll have a couple of open houses. The Wednesday and Thursday of next week, open houses to share with the public. We ask your viewers to come in and come see us. The open house time is 1 to 4 on Wednesday, August 19th, 1 to 4 and 5 to 7, and then August 20th on 1 to 4 and 5 to 7. And then following Sunday is the celebration anniversary service, and that will be at 9:30.
And everybody's invited to come and see this really historic building, which, as you mentioned, hasn't changed an awful lot in 175 years.
That is correct.
It's got to be one of the oldest buildings in that whole area.
It is. You're taking away some of my notes that I have in front of me. So it's a
well, feel free to tell us
place.
what you want to tell us about this
Okay.
church.
The Yorkville Church, it's the little church that refuses to disappear. It's a church that has survived generation after generation, believe it or not, because of the caring of the people. I'm proud to be a part of this small church, and I've been there, as I mentioned, 40 years. We're not a grand cathedral. We're a small church, warm, welcoming people, but we have a surprisingly colorful past. There were several times when our story probably could have ended, but someone always has stepped forward to help continue the steps of Yorkville Church. Some interesting things that I want to just quickly mention is here we are, 1851. You with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
The church is standing before the Civil War. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
And we're still worshiping at that same sanctuary to this day. So we've gone through Baptist, Methodist, back to Baptist, now interdenominational. I want to take you back and picture the handmade beams of the pews. White Michigan pine was popular back then. It was the pews were made out of that white pine with the walnut trim, and that walnut came from the trees that were cleared to build the church. And then probably a very special part of the church, of the sanctuary, is the stained glass windows, which are the original windows, and they're still there.
Wow.
And they're beautiful. The village of Yorkville, as it was back then, had a mill, it had some shops, it had a tavern, a blacksmith, and some factories where woolens and gloves and mittens were made. and there were probably 35 to 50 people that were working at that time. There was a person that came along that wanted to try to call Yorkville Gull Mills because of the Gull Mill Creek, but the Barnes family steps in and they say, no, we're going to call it Yorkville, so Yorkville won. We did have difficult times during the periods in the 1890s, but someone when the building was closed, someone said, I'm going to bring my old buggies there and corn stalks inside the church, inside the sanctuary. So imagine that for a little while, this beautiful sanctuary is being used as something close to a barn. But the local people stepped up and raised the money, repaired the building, and replaced the damaged roof, and reorganized the congregation, and Yorkville once again was reopened as a small country church. The survival has never been automatic. It has always depended upon the people deciding the church still mattered. A group of women back then, known as the Ladies' Aid Society, back in 1900 they were started, raised money to maintain the operations of the building and the church and to pay the minister. So imagine this, the minister back then being paid $5 a month. Mm-hmm. That's incredible, right? Something you and I have been paid, we've done better than that, correct?
I hope so.
Anyways, the Ladies' Aid Society had their rummage sales, their bake sales, their bazaars, and their teas and suppers and auctions and plays, exactly what many churches do today. They supported the Red Cross and also the care for the needy and the elderly neighbors that were around the church. This group soon became, and is now today, the Women's Guild, and they do activities like we've had live nativity Christmas shows, and we have concerts in the garden, a beautiful garden that's adjacent to the church and the fellowship hall. We do have some outdoor services. The Women's Guild at Yorkville do the most tremendous rummage sales in Southwest Michigan, I might add. So, and then we've just joined the Salvation Army with bell ringing at Christmas time. So that's been exciting for us to be. Mm-hmm. It's important for us to be part of community, but also to be with ourselves too, to help with our faith and so forth. This is the time that I want to share with you. Importantly, back in 1982, it sounds crazy for me to say back in 1982, but the fire had started at Yorkville, and it was caused by an electrical short circuit, and it resulted in more than $100,000 in damage to the sanctuary, the organ, the grand piano, and the roof. Rebuilding began immediately using the original specifications whenever possible. And I want to ask you a question, Ken. How long do you think it took to rebuild?
Probably 2 months.
Well, you're doing pretty good because I thought you were going to say 2 years or maybe a year. It took 4 months. Back in January 1983, the church was back on its feet and ready to be there for those. Yorkville is, as you said earlier, an interdenominational Christian congregation. It's known for its small family atmosphere and its warm, welcoming people of all beliefs to come together for the common good. It's Yorkville's renowned, that I'm very proud to say, for its special music by inviting guest musicians to share and worship, including a long relationship that we've had, a very special relationship with the Kalamazoo Junior Symphony Orchestra.
Nice.
A tremendous group of young adults that are very talented, and I hope there are some out there that are hearing me mention them today, right now. So, welcome to Yorkville Church. Come and see us. Take a small road trip out to Yorkville. I want to ask you to join us for our open houses next week. As what was mentioned, we'll once again Wednesday and Thursday, and we have 2 times, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and then our anniversary celebration service is on Sunday at 9:30 a.m. We'll be having some special music, special guests, and one special presentation will be a proclamation dedicated to the legacy of Yorkville Church's 175 years from the state of Michigan, signed off by the governor of Michigan, thanking Yorkville for its being and just a special thank you. So that will be nice also. Check us out. Everyone Googles. Go to Google. We still have the good old phone, 629-4729. Give us a call. And we hope to see you. And if anything, take a step back and imagine 175 years. That's a very, very long time.
Yorkville Community Church, an amazing history. Ron Harris has been our guest, sharing that with us this morning. Congratulations to you and all.
Can I say one more thing? For 175 years, whenever Yorkville Church was in danger of disappearing, someone stood up and said, "Not yet."
And I'm sure it'll go on and on and on from here. Thanks again for sharing that wonderful history with us this morning.